Good morning, everyone. We will call our meeting to order. Mr. Weber, if we could have a roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard. Here. Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Present.
Mr. Sturgill.
Here.
And Mr. Williams.
Here. And if we could stand for the pledge, and maybe perhaps Ms. Erin Gadd can lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Any visitors? Hearing of the public. I know there's lots of folks that just want to.
Yeah.
All right, and on number 6, we're going to skip because there's some. Mr. Weber informed me there's some misstatements in the minutes.
There's a
that have to be
clerical error we got to fix.
Clerical error?
Yeah.
So we will just, on our next meeting, we will approve the minutes for that meeting. Is there any old business, gentlemen?
Just the, there was a clerical error on Josh Hill's.
I mean, we're still in the Cavs. You know, we haven't quite gotten to, and now we're going backwards.
I was just talking about Josh Cribbs at my golf league over Saturday. I don't know. Anyway, Josh Hill's contract has said Joshua A. Hill, and it should be Joshua J. Hill. So this is the clerk. Well, let's fix that on the old business.
And if I could just make a, I guess it depends on how you interpret the word old. This is Dale's last board meeting with Lorain City Schools.
Yes.
And I'd like to congratulate him on his retirement.
Thank you.
And I can tell you, I've been been doing this for a long time, and I've told him this a few times. I've been around a lot of people who retire, and I've never seen anybody sprint to the finish line like Dale. I tell you, some people cruise, some people work hard. But I tell you what, he picked up pace, and it's been an honor and a privilege, and I truly appreciate your support.
Thanks very much. It's been an honor to serve
lot
the
of good
Lorain City
things for the
School District, and I appreciate the opportunity to work with you guys and support over the years. And I just want to thank you guys and all the best to the district and to the board.
And anyone else?
Does that need to have any action on it?
No.
The Hill thing?
No.
Okay.
Thanks for all that you've done, Dale.
Thanks.
Yeah, we
Really gonna miss you.
Yeah.
I was telling Josh Hill, I said, I think that I was lucky to have you for my first treasurer, you know, to kind of, to break into the board. I thought, so thank you. I feel, I feel like I had a real good person teaching me. So.
Thanks, Bill.
And I'm very fond of Dale. I think that the district has gone through significant transitions since we've been on. We came in with a, I don't know, $3 or $4 million deficit, $12 million deficit, 1, 2, 3, 4 superintendents. I mean, lots and lots of change. Consolidation, building, and Dale has been, as far as this table right here, that's the seat that's not changed. And the continuity that we've established there, be it working with unions, working with HR, working with any departmental piece, that's kind of been a hub. And it's I don't know if we know what it would have been like if we'd have had change in that area, because we've had change every place else. And sometimes you don't realize how important the consistency piece is. And it's like we will never know because we've avoided that. It's hard to measure what didn't happen. So, Dale, we appreciate that. I think the influence that you've had on even our ideology and bringing attention to some of the deficiencies that we have in terms of transitioning our district into higher tech, into stronger relationships in our professional side of our building with operations and HR and those things. So we appreciate your leadership.
Thanks.
And we will find a special time to do a special acknowledgement. I hate the fact that he retires in the summertime, and we have nobody who's generally here to celebrate that with us. So we'll probably
Mark came, so thanks, Mark.
we'll do a recall and have an appropriate celebration also. So we appreciate you, and we look forward to hearing great things about your golf game. And so thank you.
Well, Dale, I will let you leave with the Irish blessing. You know the Irish blessing?
I do not, sir.
May the road rise up to greet you. May the wind be always at your back. And may you be in heaven an hour before the devil knows you're dead.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
And we should have a moment of Jim. So Dale, it wouldn't be right if you had a meeting without a
I'm not sure
moment
how
from
that's going to
Jim.
work out for you, but good luck.
Yeah, because we still got to deal with that for a while here.
You know, I want to say one more thing about the, a special recognition to the treasurer office staff. They are passionate about all kinds of things back there, especially the audit, and they are, it's almost like the financials are just like their children. They watch over it very, very closely. So they have worked tirelessly very hard, and proofs in the pudding, with some really good clean audits the last 4 or 5 years. So my hat's off to my treasurer office staff.
And this time we'll have Dale's final report and recommendations.
Yes, item 8.1 is the final general fund analysis. And items 2, 3, 4, and 5 are to close out fiscal year 15-16 and to open up fiscal year 16-17. And a special note that, we're not closed till we're closed, all the work is done. We'll close early next week. But the general fund balance, the ending cash balance is $14.3 million as we end this year. And if I subtract off the outstanding purchase orders, the unencumbered balance in the general fund is $9.3 million. It's a super good news story, and I don't know how it was 20, 30 years ago, but it's got to be one of the better cash balances we've had, so that's a
Probably the
good
best
positive
one
balance.
since 2001.
Yeah. So it's a lot of good stuff there, and I recommend for approval. Items, get back on track here. Items 8.01 through 8.05.
Motion to approve.
Support.
Discussion? Roll call, please.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
Yes.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
And Mr. Williams.
Yes. And now, on to the report recommendations of the superintendent.
I believe that's for the executive session before that.
Yep. So I need a motion to go into an executive session for item, what is it, B? To consider the purchase of property for the public purposes or sale of property at competitive bidding. Mr. Giordino, are there any other updates that, any of our legal?
No.
Okay. Is that it? That's it?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Okay,
Are we
for-
having discussion?
Discussion.
I will not participate on advice of my attorney. We've been through this before.
Okay.
And we're not buying and selling anything.
Okay.
And section 121.22 G2 specifically says sale or purchase.
Okay. And we will operate on the advice of our legal counsel. So if we feel this is an appropriate.
Well, it's the judge that makes the
I'm-
decision. We don't do opinions.
Thank you. So we will, again, so the motion's on the floor. Call the vote, please.
Okay, for item B, consider the purchase of property for the public purposes or for the sale of property at competitive bidding, Mr. Demakia.
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill.
Yes.
Mr. Smith.
No.
Mr. Ballard.
Yes.
And Mr. Williams.
Yes. So we will, we'll actually leave you all. We're going to go to a conference room, and we will be back with some decision-making items. And Mr. Smith, you can rejoin us at that time.
I'm just going to stay right here.
Thank you. Okay, it is 9:32 officially, I believe, and we are back into regular session. And we have no decisions. In fact, I know folks are waiting to do a presentation. We're going to suspend the presentation also. And the board will, we will not have our regular meeting scheduled on July the 4th because it's July the 4th. Expect that there will be a special meeting called prior to that. We don't know. We're going to have some due diligence that needs to be done, and once we get some of that information, we will then be able to announce our special meeting, another special meeting that will occur before July 4th. And most likely, again, then since July 4th is a holiday, we wouldn't be meeting on that day anyway. So we will let you know when that meeting is.
Before July 4th?
Yes.
That would have to be this week.
Yes, we may be having a meeting this week. We're getting some due diligence information, and if that information comes in before
Can I
July
make
4th
a suggestion?
Sure.
Don't have it at 8 o'clock in the morning.
You know what? Jim, here's what I can say to you. If I have
Just
no
make
to
sure
say,
you-
we will not have that meeting at 8 o'clock in the morning.
Or 8:30,
Okay, it'll have no 8s in it.
2 o'clock maybe?
I don't know. I can't promise you 2 o'clock. I can promise you that we will have no 8s in that meeting. It won't even be 4:28.
I mean, I was so worried I wouldn't be able to get up in time, I
Stayed up all night.
stayed up all night.
You know, yeah, I think Cleveland Cavaliers fans did that too recently. So.
Well, that wasn't me, because I wasn't watching them.
Okay, so without any other, is there any information anyone else needs? We have no reports to recommend or requests from board members, so I need a motion to adjourn the meeting.
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Ballard?
Yes.
Mr. Sturgill?
Yes.
Mr. Smith?
Yes.
Mr. Demakia?
Yes.
And Mr. Williams?
Yes.
This has been a production of Lorain City Schools TV 20 WLCS.
To purchase a high-quality copy of the program you just viewed, please call Lorain City Schools Television at 282-8400.